Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped, and welcome to this week's Midweek 180, which I'm actually filming probably as early as I've ever filmed a Midweek 180. It is Sunday, early evening, but I'm off to Germany tomorrow for Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday I'm filming all day with Darren at Mulgari, so there's no way I can get a film edited and uploaded, so I had no choice but to film it today. So my only hope is nothing massive automotive news breaks between now and Wednesday, because that'll be really, really annoying. Anyway, plenty to get on with. If you haven't seen one of these before, this is my midweek update where I bring you my news, views and information about upcoming reviews, all filmed in one take. Now we're going to get the housekeeping out the way first of all. Leader of the pack last week was Michael Kember. Well done, mate. Joined in the Magnificent Seven by Francois G, Rob Matheson, Malcolm Bruce, Stephen Spink, Paul Mead and Jake Warren. So whoever puts the first comment this week, you'll be my leader of the pack next week. And the first 7 comments will be in my Magnificent Seven. And where are you and what you're doing? That was Charles Studden, who was watching the Midweek 180 whilst feeding the horses in France. Now that sounds nice. Now I reckon horse ownership is one of the few things that's more expensive than owning cars. Having been a horse owner, it would have been easier just to get a field, dig a big hole and throw about 500 quid in every month. But wherever you are right now and whatever you're doing, put it in the comments below and I'll give you a shout out next week. I also, a bit of an apology, I didn't come back to any comments from last week's Midweek 180. I was away, I was busy, and then I had a couple of videos do really, really well, and the comments were just swamped, and I really struggled to keep up with them, so apologies for that, but I must try harder. Last week's question was about JDM cars, any particulars you like. The S660 or S660, or however you say it, that got a lot of love. K-cars in general, actually. Plenty of you liked the GTR, quite a few shout-outs for a Scooby as well. So clearly there are a few JDM fans out there. This week's question, I saw Anthony Joshua having a hot lap at the Formula E yesterday. And my question, simple one, is if you were to be offered a hot lap in any form of motorsport, what would it be? Which motorsport would you choose? I'd love to know the mix. For me, I've always wanted to go in a WRC rally car with one of the top drivers in a through a forest rally stage, because I think that would be terrifying but awesome at the same time. Now then, F1 news. I got to have a chat about the news that broke last week that, by all accounts, Adrian Newey is going to be leaving Red Bull at the end of this year. As of the time of recording, I'm still not sure that's been completely confirmed by Red Bull, but there's so much news out there, I'm pretty sure it's happening. The big question is, what is he going to do? Where is he going to go? Now, my gut feel thinks he'll go to Ferrari. I think the opportunity to work at Ferrari, to work for the Scuderia, and with Lewis Hamilton going there next year, that would be my number one choice. The only thing that makes me think that might not be the case is Adrian Newey, before he went to Red Bull, was asked to go to NASCAR quite a few times. And his previous marriage broke up because he was working away from home a lot. And I think that might be the only thing that might keep him in the UK. And if he stays in the UK, I'm pretty sure that a certain Canadian with more money than God is going to offer him a lot of money to go to Aston Martin. So they're the two, for me, the two. I would love personally to see him at Ferrari. I'd love to see him help Lewis Hamilton win his 8th World Championship at Ferrari. That would be mega. But let me know, where do you think he's going? He might not hang around in Formula 1 at all. I know he wants to do another hypercar, which he was working on at Red Bull. I mean, he's going to be able to do that if he goes to Ferrari. He kind of already did it for Aston Martin, but the end of that project didn't really end favourably for him. So it'd be interesting to see where he goes. Formula E was yesterday at Monaco. I love watching cars drive around Monaco at the best of times. To see the Formula E cars go around there was pretty cool. The race was a bit of a humdinger, lots of strategy. Jaguar won 2, which was cool to see. Mitch Evans getting the top step of the podium. My mate Ollie and Sasha from Nissan were 6th and 8th respectively. And that means that Pascal Wehrlein's now leading the championship for Porsche, with Ollie Rowland now back in 4th. So really interesting times. But the Gen 3 Evo car was also launched at Monaco, and that thing looks wicked. Because the current Gen 3 car has 2 motors, but the motor on the front axle is just really for regen. It doesn't actually power the car at all. The Gen 3 Evo has now 4-wheel drive, huge amounts of traction. It'll do 0 to 60 in 1.8 seconds, which is faster than the Formula One car apparently. So that thing looks absolutely mega. And then new car broke, it was a few days ago now, it'll be last week if you're watching this on Wednesday, is the new Mini Aceman. Now I've known about Aceman for a while. Sadly I wasn't able to get to any of the early kind of shoots and stuff to bring you content directly, but hopefully I'll sort that out very, very soon with Mini. It's a crossover car. It's size-wise, it's in between the new Cooper S hatch and the Countryman, so it's kind of in between those two. I think it looks pretty cool. The inside has all the same things as the Countryman. It's got that lovely knit material. I really love it. It's got a pan roof. It's got ambient lighting down the sides of the pan roof, which looks really, really cool. And the outside styling is nice. 2 trim levels. There's an E that has 135 kilowatts, which is 184 horsepower, 290 newton meters of torque, 0 to 62 in 7.9 seconds. And then there's an SE, 160 kilowatts, so in old money that's 218 horsepower, 330 newton meters of torque, and that will do 0 to 62 in just over 7 seconds, 7.1 seconds. Range for the E is 310 kilometers, range for the SE is 406 kilometers, but that is WLTP, so reduce that a little bit for real world range. But I can't wait to drive the car. I think it looks really cool, very quirky. It's kind of a rugged take on a crossover, and I quite like it. Again, I would love to know what you think. I had some grief last week for talking about EVs, and lots of people going, oh, you're pushing the EV agenda. I'm turning into an EV channel. I really am not. I'm not pushing any agenda. I'm just reviewing new cars to market, and whether we like it or not, new cars to market nowadays are more and more likely to be battery electric. And that's just the world we live in. I try and bring a nice mix. I think if I look back on my last 10 videos, there's probably 7 or 8 of them are petrol or diesel or hybrid cars. There's only a couple of electric. So I am trying to bring a mix. I'm not pushing an agenda. So those kind of comments just really kind of get my goat, to be fair. And then this Friday's video, hopefully, because you're watching this Wednesday evening, I will have been filming it during the day Wednesday, is an update with Project PP. Woohoo! It's been a while. So hopefully the filming will have gone well today, and I'll be able to get that edited and up on Friday. So you need to tune in on Friday for an update. We're so close. And honestly, the finished car is going to be mega. But I'm also, when I'm with Darren, I'm also going to do a couple of new updates to my car, to Ruby Roadster. She's got some very sexy bits from my lovely mate Sam at SMPS 2012. We've got a very nice piece of trim we're going to be putting on the car to make it look very special. So that video will be coming to the channel quite soon as well. But for now, I'm going to love you and leave you. It's been a very long day. I'm quite tired. I've had an Alfa Romeo Giulia Veloce press car this week. I've just been filming with that today, so there will be a video on that coming to the channel soon as well. Plenty of other things in the can, including the film I made with Kia on Monday and Tuesday of this week. So yeah, stay tuned. Anyway, for now, I'm going to love you and leave you. If you enjoyed that, please give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol Ped for plenty more content to come. I'll see you on the next film, which is this Friday at 6 o'clock for an update on Project PP. It's okay, guys.